Today I'm going to be showing you how to put a dirt bike handlebar setup on a Yamaha Bolt. Today we're going to be showing you how to hook up dirt bike handlebars to your Yamaha Bolt. We're going to do this with some generic handlebars I got off of eBay, DRZ 400 hand controls, and a CRF 450 throttle tube. At the end of the video, I'm going to have a parts list on all the parts I bought, how much they cost, and where I got them from. It's going to really give you an idea of how you could do this at your own home. So as you can see, I've already removed the stock handlebars. If you have any questions on that, go to my previous video. I'm going to have it linked above. We're going to go ahead and start at the very bottom with the risers. It's just one bolt at the very bottom. We're not going to tighten those down all the way, just get them loosely fitted so that we can get the bars nice and straight. Now that those are on there, we're going to hook up the handlebars. Kind of skipped ahead and I already got the hand controls all set up on there. They have no fluid inside of the brake lines, so now we're going to take this fluid. It's DOT4 brake fluid, which is compatible with not only the DRZ hand control reservoir, but also the actual brake. Now we're going to fill the top reservoir with brake fluid. We're going to go ahead and pump this through the line until we have pressure in it, and then we'll bleed it through the bottom brake reservoir. If you have any questions on how to bleed your brakes or to take off your stock brakes, go to my previous video. Again, I'll have it linked above. So now that we've bled the brakes and then topped up the reservoir, we're going to go ahead and put back on the top. Super simple, 2 screws, and we're going to move on to the throttle cable. The way we're going to hook up the throttle cables is by removing the airbox here, and we're just taking off the cover so we can expose the throttle body. Here we're going to hook up the ends of our CRF 450 throttle tube cables. I got this online, super cheap. I wanted to get a Motion Pro one, but they were really expensive and I thought this would be a good place to start. Now I'm just going to go ahead and check to see if everything's working. We don't want to get halfway down the road and realize our front brakes aren't working that well. I'm not sure exactly if I need to extend the cables just yet. The only one I'm really worried about is the clutch cable, and I've ran it behind here. We'll see how that works out. It's not pinching really hard on anything, but it's not as seamless as what I would like it to look. So I forgot to film it, but I put on the generic hand grips. I did this with an air compressor. Now let's run through the list of parts that I used on all of this so that you have an idea of what you should be looking for if you wanted to do a similar mod to your Yamaha Bolt. Let's start with the high-rise tapered motocross bars. They go from a 1 1/8 inch clamping area and taper down into a 7/8 hand control area. Next, I got some new banjo bolts. You're going to need new press washers and new banjo bolts whenever you change out a brake assembly. It's just always good to make sure that you don't get leaks. I ended up only using the press washers and not the new banjo bolts. It's just a good idea to buy them. Next, the risers that I got were 1.5 inches tall and they have a 1 inch and 1/8 clamping area for the bars. I could have probably stood to go a little bit taller on them, but I think that I'll end up changing them out a little bit later. It is nice to have them a little bit lower for burnouts, but besides that, comfort-wise, it'd be nice to have them a little bit higher. The next item on our list is 12 ounces of Castro DOT4 brake fluid. This is going to be compatible with the DRZ hand controls we used and also the stock brake caliper on the Yamaha Bolt. After that, I went ahead and bought some grips. They're just generic grips. You can really get whatever you want, just anything that fits on 7/8 bars. Lastly on our list was actually the most difficult thing to figure out, the throttle tube, throttle assembly, and throttle cables that would fit up to the stock throttle body on the Yamaha Bolt. So I went with the CRF 450R throttle tube and throttle assembly because it was super cheap and was almost as nice a quality as the Motion Pro. What to do is move these button clusters to a more permanent spot. For right now, I just got one zip tied on and the other one sitting on there. But I'm going to end up taking these button clusters, cutting the wires, and relocating all those buttons to somewhere else, and actually replacing the turn signals with a much nicer thing that'll fit right in between here. And then on this side, I'll be relocating the kill switch and the start switch to somewhere else on the bike. But for now, it's going to stay here. It's not hurting anything, and it doesn't look horrible, but it can't stay that way. If you want to learn more about the Yamaha Bolt, like and subscribe. And if you're not interested in the Yamaha Bolt, it doesn't really matter. We've got a bunch of other content coming out this month.